Thank you. Well, we had a pretty good night in Iowa last night, coming in second in a state where Trump wasn't supposed to have a chance 2 months ago. In fact, 6 months ago. As I recall, he was going to be out of the race by now. But now, tonight, we're in Trump country. It's a beautiful night and you look like lovely people, but I got to tell you, this is a very strange campaign. I've never seen anything like it. Politicians are supposed to make a lot of promises they don't intend to keep. They're not supposed to tell us what they really mean. I've never seen anything like this Donald Trump before. It's weird. Presidential candidates are supposed to suck lots of money from billionaire donors. They're not supposed to self-finance. How is Trump going to know what to do? We'll have no billionaires bossing him around. Candidates aren't supposed to care about what the voters think. They're not even supposed to know what we think. This is weird. I've never seen anything happen like this before. Republican candidates for president are supposed to appeal to evangelical voters by having religious ecstasies on stage. Their pitch to the religious right is not supposed to be, I don't go to church that much. And yet Trump is winning with evangelical voters. It's baffling. It's baffling. The New York Times assured me that evangelicals want someone exactly like them. But now the evangelicals are saying, well, you never asked us, but actually we don't care if he's one of us. We're just hoping he'll leave us alone. And we don't think Donald Trump is going to be sicking the ACLU on us. Presidential candidates just aren't supposed to act like they like Americans more than they like foreigners. Donald Trump... It's a very strange group Donald Trump is appealing to, this small niche of voters, the American people. Republican presidential candidates are supposed to be lactating over the DREAM Act or the No Child Left in Mexico or Central America Behind Act. Instead, Donald Trump announced he was running for president by giving a speech talking about Mexican rapists. That's when he won me over. Now, I'm not a high-priced political consultant, but I am pretty sure presidential candidates are never supposed to say anything about Mexican rapists. Duke lacrosse team rapists, yes. Fraternity boy rapists, yes. American rape culture, yes, but Mexican rapists, no. In fact, there are a whole list of politically incorrect words you're never supposed to use. Anchor baby, amnesty, natural-born citizen, bimbo, schlonged, a wall. Donald Trump seems to just be going through every single one of them. One by one, he's going to use every politically incorrect word before the end of this campaign. When Donald Trump first said he was going to build a wall on the Mexican border, people were shocked. Not shocked that he was going to build a wall, but shocked to discover there still is a border with Mexico. There's never been a campaign like this. There has never been a candidate like this. It's no wonder young people today say they don't want to run for president when they grow up. Except Marco Rubio. He still wants to run for president when he grows up. The experts in Washington had this all figured out, and this is not the way it's done. They keep saying he's not following the rules. Stop him. Stop this. When the Washington establishment is going to figure out what's going on? I say about halfway through President Trump's inaugural address. Then they'll finally see what's happening. And imagine what a Trump presidency will be like. I am more excited than Lindsey Graham in a fabric store. Just think of it. He will have just finished giving his inaugural address. He'll go to the big inaugural parade, the viewing stations with Melania and his beautiful kids, and watch all the marching bands. Milford probably has a great marching band. You guys should send it. It's going to be fantastic. And then we'll have the Trump presidency, which I think, like this campaign, is going to be like nothing we've seen before. I think he may be putting the interests of Americans above the interests of plutocrats who want to dissolve our borders and get cheap labor. I think he's going to give up on making bad deals for Americans. It's unprecedented. When President Trump's attorney general comes to him and says, should we give the most powerful assault weapons available to Mexican drug lords? I think he'll say, no, I don't think so. When the Secretary of Defense comes to President Trump and says, we have a deserter in Afghanistan. He's left his unit. We've already lost 5 men looking for him. Should we invite his parents to a ceremony in the Rose Garden? Have the father give a few words in Arabic and have you describe the deserter as having served with distinction? President Trump will say, no, I don't think so. And when the Secretary of HHS says there's no money left in Social Security and Medicare because all of these immigrants are bringing their elderly relatives and they've bankrupted the system, should we cut back on Americans' Medicare and Social Security? President Trump will say, no, I don't think so. When the director of immigration comes to President Trump and says, since 9/11, we've admitted 1.5 million Muslims, 90% of whom immediately go on welfare, and some percentage of whom kill Americans in horrible terrorist attacks. Should we keep admitting 1 million Muslim immigrants every 10 years? That's exactly what President Trump is going to say. And then when the director of immigration says, Senator Marco Rubio has a bill that would bring in 33 million immigrants over the next 10 years, or 25 New Hampshires, should we keep replacing Americans with Somalis, Pakistanis, Hondurans, and Mexicans? President Trump will say exactly that. So I say to you, when Fox News, National Review, and the Washington establishment come to you and say, wouldn't you prefer that nice Cuban boy? How about, he wears nice high heels. And true, he has no experience and big ears, but we've had great luck with that. And what will you say to the Washington establishment? No, I don't think so. Finally, when the Washington establishment comes to us and begs us, please, anyone but Donald Trump, stop supporting Donald Trump. He won't listen to the donors. He hasn't won any of our endorsements. He doesn't want to dissolve borders. He uses un-PC words and he says he's going to build a wall. What will we say? No, that's right. If you haven't seen Donald Trump speak before, you are in for such a treat tonight. Fasten your seatbelts. I am so proud to be here.
We will make America great again.